Hey guys, this is Zara, and guess what this video is? This is my 3-year on HRT video. How exciting is that? I have been on HRT for, well, today is January 10th, so I'm a few days late. To be honest, I kind of completely forgot on the actual day, and I remembered about 2 days ago. I knew it was coming up, but then on the actual day that it happened, my mind blanked, I guess. It was January 6th, then that was my 3 years on HRT. So this video is pretty big, I guess. Like I know I still have a lifetime to go and everything. I mean, I'm 22 now, I'm gonna live another 60 years, let's say. So I have 60 more years to go of HRT. But, you know, 3 years is kind of big when you're starting out. So I guess I'm going to talk about what I have noticed, what's changed about me in the past 3 years. And some of these are due to the HRT and some are not. Some are just changes in who I am, I guess. So the main one, of course, is my body has completely changed. And that's what you want the HRT to do to you. Like, obviously, this is number 1 right here. I have these guys now. They're not as big as I would like them to be. I don't think they're gonna get much bigger than they are, so I think I'm gonna end up getting a boob job. That might still be a few years down the road, because they're expensive. But you never know. And then, you know, just that curvy feminine body that I guess any woman wants. Maybe not any woman, but a lot of women. Yeah, that's what I've got. I mean, I've gained weight since the process started because my metabolism slowed down and I'm used to a shitty diet. But I'm working on it. I have lost a bit of weight. But I do still have the curves. And I'm actually, to be honest, I think I have a really nice butt. And I hear that from some gentlemen as well. So, you know, that's the main physical change with your hormones. I guess another thing is less body hair. To be honest with me, body hair was never much of an issue. Like, leg hair I never really grew very much. Facial hair I never grew any, to be honest. And yeah, a lot of my trans women friends are very jealous of that. And yeah, I guess that I just got the luck of the draw there. That I was just never a very hairy person. And the hair on your head actually gets much nicer. Like, I know for a fact it wasn't as nice as it is now, before I transitioned. Like, I know when I was about 14 years old, my hair was even longer than it is now. It was about this long when it was still curly, because I have very curly hair. So it's straightened now, and it's maybe at this length. But when I was about 14, it was even a bit longer than that, and that was still curled. So it was pretty damn long. And it was not as full and thick and, like, just as nice as it is now. Like, I don't know, it's just, I guess the HRT somehow makes the hair much nicer. I don't even know the science of it, but you know. Well, obviously the more feminine voice, but as you know, or as you may know, for trans women, the HRT does not affect the voice at all. For trans men it does, but for trans women you have to train your voice to make it sound the way you want it. And I hear all the time, I hear probably at least like twice a week from people who come into the store or whatever, that I have a very unique, beautiful voice. And I get asked a lot, to be honest, if I am either a singer, if I do television, if I do voice work, those kinds of things, because they say I should be doing something like that because I have such a unique voice. And I've been thinking about it, but to be honest, I wouldn't even know where to start with that kind of stuff. That'd be pretty cool, though, to be honest. there's been a complete change in who I am as a person, and that also is not due to, well, maybe partially due to the HRT, but not completely. Just because me maybe 4 years ago was a very different person. If you saw me from 4 years ago and me from now, not only a physical complete opposite, but a mental complete opposite as well. I have matured a lot in that time because I've seen how the world really works. And, like, I guess I've kind of found my calling in this time, like, partially due to doing these YouTube videos. Like, I want to help the community, and that's what I want to do. Me, 4 years ago, when I was 18 years old, I was a teenager. And we all know what teenagers are like. And if you're still a teenager, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But then, 5 years from now, when you're not a teenager, you're gonna be like, she was fucking right. Teenagers are fucking stupid. Yeah, everyone says that. Yeah, there has been an emotional change due to the HRT as well, though. Because, you know, women, I'm not trying to sound sexist or anything, but women are typically much more emotional than men. I even feel like, and I hear this from a lot of trans women, I even feel like I get a period, kind of. And you're gonna say, that's stupid, your vagina doesn't bleed. And no, that's the part of a period that I don't get, obviously, but I feel like there is a period every month where I am much more emotional than I am every other time of the month. And I hear that from the people around me. They say I get really bitchy. But I've heard the same thing from other trans women, that they feel the same. That they kind of get a period in that way. What else has changed? Life-wise, job-wise, I'm almost in exactly the same spot I was 4 years ago, which is pretty saddening, but hopefully that'll change. That's not the point of this video, though, because that really wasn't affected at all by me being trans. What else has changed about me? I don't know. I think that's really about it. Like, obviously my body has completely changed. Oh, you know what? I haven't been able to see it myself, because I guess I see myself every day constantly, like in a mirror or whatever. But people tell me that my facial structure has completely changed. And actually, I recently watched one of my very first YouTube videos from... Actually, I think I started them before I started HRT, so a little more than 3 years ago. And to myself even, I don't really look like the same person now. It's hard to notice it in yourself as you're going through it, but looking back to me from that long ago, I definitely see a difference. So I guess that has changed. Even now, though, I keep wondering, I keep going back and forth about whether I want to get facial feminization surgery. Because, you know, we all have these times where we feel like we are beautiful, like we are ugly, and then, you know, it keeps going back and forth. I have more beautiful days than ugly days, to be honest, but, you know, still. And I haven't completely ruled it out yet. I know at the very least I do want a nose job. I plan on getting a nose job. And that isn't because I'm a trans woman. I just got shade of the draw when they picked my nose, I guess, because I have an ugly-ass nose. I don't know. And what other surgeries do I want? Well, obviously I want my SRS, and I'm hoping that by the end of this year, by the end of 2014, I will have had my SRS. And of course I'll keep you guys posted on that. Possibly facial femme, but at the very least a nose job. Boob job. And I think that's it. And then I feel like, you know, this is kind of something I don't like saying, but because people should learn to be happy with who they are, but I feel like I won't be able to really, really be completely 100% happy with my life until I've had this stuff done, because I do want to look a certain way. I don't want to look like a Barbie doll, because I really don't even like that look. But I don't know. And you might say that that's not the right way to be. Like, is that how I'm gonna teach my, is that what I'm gonna tell my daughter 10, 20 years from now? If you don't like your body, you can change it. Well, yes, I mean, you can. Especially, say, my born daughter decides she wants to be male. Of course. But even if just she wants a boob job, I mean, it's really a tough call, to be honest. But I think in the end, I would say yes, it's your life, it's your body, and it's your decision. As long as she's 18, of course. And she's paying for it herself. You know what? I think that's everything. Especially because this is a really long video now. So yeah, that is 3 years on HRT. And how far along would I say my transition is? I would say maybe like 50%, to be honest. Because I still have a whole lifetime ahead of me. And I don't even ever really know if a transition is complete. I'll get to a point where I might be like, my body is the way I want it to be, but I'll still be a trans person. My body will still not be the same as a cisgender woman's, because I don't have the same internal organs. I may look the same on the outside, but I'm not exactly the same on the inside. I can't give birth. I don't have the same kind of period that they have. So yeah, I will always be a trans woman. So in that way, my transition will never be complete. So, but yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is Zara, of course. Love you guys. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. Good night.